Hello everyone, this is Utao, and today I'm going to be making a video about the debug menu, which is also the hidden menu on mini LG phones. Now, if you mess up your phone, I'm not responsible for what you do with this, but really, it's kind of hard to mess up from what I've figured. But really, we're just going to go over this just because, it's kind of something different. So, in my case, we're using an LG Stylo 5 for this. This is model LMQ720CS from Cricket Wireless. Now, I have an inactive Cricket SIM card in there as of now, and if we go to the phone dialer, now, this is the code you're going to type in, 546-368, #. Now, this is the part that's universal. But this is where it changes. 720, and the pound is also universal. But those three numbers are going to change. So it's really from the three numbers in your model number. If you have one with a 2-digit model number, this will not work for you, because those are usually track phones. Also, it has to be running, I don't even think it has to be running that recent of an Android version, but I would usually say 7.0 and up from what my experience is what it works on. And I've tried it on a 6.0 device. I worked on the Fortune 1 model M153, but I don't remember it working on any of the other 6.0s I've tried. So let's just say this is 7.0 Android version and up. So under field test, this is actually really cool because there's like a GPS test, fake language. This one's cool. QCRL ADB. That's actually completely unnecessary, though, because you can just turn on ADB like this. Just go to settings, go down here to system. If it's not already on, go to about phone, software info. And you see Q720CS, but I'm not going to go into the hardware information because that has a serial number in it. So if you just tap this a bunch of times, I'm already a developer on mine. But then, developer options would appear. It might ask you for your password. I switch on OEM unlock and just turn off automatic system updates because that's really stupid. Maybe turn on AT command. It really depends on your preference. USB debugging, you want to turn that on. Go down here. Alright. Force allow apps on external and first activities to be resizable for multi-window. And other than that, you're pretty much good to go. Let's go ahead and hit the home button. And now just use this. Enter that. There we go. And it took me right back to here. So, we're going to go to IMS setting. Slot 0, ATT, US. This is all debug shit, and it really... The only one I'm ever concerned about is under field test, modem settings, PDP setting. Either that or RAT selection, which I usually... If you're on AT&T... So AT&T and T-Mobile... Pick GSM, WCDMA, LTE, Auto. This first option, this one. If you have Verizon Wireless, you should have one for CDMA, regular CDMA, not WCDMA. There should be like LTE CDMA, but if you're using one of those newer Verizon phones, it'll only have LTE only if it's new enough, because it's using voice over LTE. So in that case, LTE only, but since this is technically a Cricket phone, I'm going to leave it on GSM. And then under PDP setting, we can change the APNs freely, it's just that easy. I already did a change here. I actually added DUN to my APN type, but turns out that was entirely fruitless because this phone, it's kind of dumb, because what this is actually a problem because of the whole AT&T thing. So at that point, you're basically screwed because it's an AT&T device. AT&T has their own app on here that checks for hotspot, and you can't delete it because it's part of the phone, unless you've rooted. So at that point, you're better off really just trying to find yourself like a used, LG Aristo. In this case, this is an LG NS500. It's unlocked. And got a little infrared light for the proximity up here. This one, I used to have Karakami Wireless, but in reality, that's just leftover branding because of their firmware. But in this case, it's active. Well, not actually active. I actually have a test SIM card in there, and if it says sign into network, yeah, that means you have an inactive SIM card. In this case, yeah, it's inactive. It's brand new. So I'm going to put this over here to the side. And going to close the notification center. So other than that just being... And in fact, I can actually show you guys the little test menu thing on this phone. Almost entered that wrong. I was actually already messing with this, but as you can tell, it pretty much, in the end, it would have took you to this screen if you haven't done it before. In my case, I was already messing with it, so it took me back to the last screen I was on. So, yeah, that's actually a pretty cool thing to know, and really just get your model number, get those 3 numbers, and you can do this yourself. Don't mess with anything that you don't know about, and in reality most of you won't know much about this, but you can just contact me through Discord and I will help you out. So thank you and peace.